And welcome back, everyone, to the Remote Control. I'm Robert Slavinsky. With me today is Brian Keppel.
What's going on, guys?
This is part 3 of our 3-part San Diego Comic-Con extravaganza. This is where we're going to talk about all the miscellaneous stuff that came out, things that you may have missed because of the DC news or the Marvel news. So definitely sit back, relax, listen to this, and then once you're done listening to this, if you haven't listened to either of our first 2 episodes, jump back and find out what you may have missed on Marvel and DC as well. So you'll find that probably somewhere in our channel page on the side or below or linked below, something. You'll find it, I'm sure. So let's get into this here. So I'm going to start off with TV like I have in the last 2 episodes. Fox showed a bit of a trailer for a TV show called The Exorcist. They're kind of taking the Exorcist idea from the films and making a TV show out of it. Personally, I think it's intriguing. I am not a big horror movie fan because most of them I find are pretty terrible. However, when it comes to the paranormal or demons or something like that, I get a little skirmish, or what is the word I'm looking for here? Squeamish, that's what I'm looking for. Sorry, it's 4 a.m, everyone, so brain's not all there right now.
I try to avoid the horror movies as well. I just think they really mess with your psyche.
Yeah. Now, The Exorcist, I've never seen the original movie. Yes, believe it or not, I've never watched it. Never plan on watching it. This show, I might give it a shot.
It's definitely like that cult classic that everybody loves. Like, it's just because of the head spinning and the vomiting.
I can't do it. It's just too much for me. I mean, Not only does it mess with the paranormal and that kind of stuff, but it also messes with children. And I've never been able to handle little kids being demonic and stuff like that. It just doesn't sit well with me at all. My concern about the show is, how is it going to work on Fox, on network television? I mean, this is some deep, dark shit that they're going to be covering here. I don't know.
How many people are going to be out there trying to perform exorcisms and shit and just fucking the scene all up?
Possibly. I don't know. I mean, it may work. I mean, Bates Motel worked. Hannibal lasted a few seasons on network television. So these horror movie and suspense thriller ideas have been working on TV. I just don't know if this one's the best one to do because it's pretty dark. I don't know. Moving on, probably the biggest TV news that isn't anything from comic book related was Star Trek. The new Star Trek show finally has a name, Star Trek Discovery. And they released a trailer. And for some reason, Star Trek likes to do this when they're releasing a new property. For their first trailer, they show a ship coming out of a hangar bay, and that's it. They did that with the Star Trek movie, the first one that J.J. Abrams did. The first teaser trailer was just of the Enterprise in a hangar bay. Now they're doing it with this. Brian, I don't know if you know much about it. Is it a cartoon or is it live action?
It's looking like it's going to be live action.
I mean, that trailer was scary then because the special effects were horrid. And I'm a stickler for special effects.
I think people just like it because it's Star Trek, man.
I think it's going to be... honestly, I don't know if it's going to be a hit. I mean, we haven't had a hit Star Trek show since, Star Trek Enterprise, which was, 10, 15, almost 20 years ago, maybe? I'm not exactly sure on the time frame there. But we haven't had a hit Star Trek show in quite some time.
You mean The Next Generation?
No, Enterprise.
The Enterprise. I love the Enterprise.
Yeah,
the Zulu bomb and everything, it's really cool. Like the whole the temporal wars, like the time travel. You had what's his face from Quantum Leap.
Yeah, Scott Bakula.
Yeah, Scott Bakula. I like anything time travel. So
yeah, I mean it was interesting.
I just wonder if they're going to keep the temporal wars going, and because you had the Borg, they came through and they went through some kind of wormhole, and then you had First Contact. I think the time travel aspect is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely is cool. I don't know what they're doing with this. I mean, they don't really reveal a lot. Again, they just show the ship. It's the USS Discovery. So, as far as we know, they will not represent the Enterprise in the show at all.
I think it's going to be like they're going out and meeting all the different alien races and stuff, like, because Enterprise was just like...
But that was the job
like,
of the Enterprise.
The Klingons, and then they had, like...
But that was the job of the Enterprise, to go and explore. That's what the Enterprise was, exploring the unknown.
And it was like the first real ship to go out and do the exploring, and...
I don't know.
It was just so cool.
Star Trek fans are probably, if you're a Star Trek fan, you might be yelling at me. I may be wrong, but...
Oh, yeah, you can never please the Star Trek heads.
I mean, the same goes with Star Wars fans, though. So,
yeah.
No, but really, honestly, I mean, I'll probably check it out, but
I'm definitely going to check it out. I'll definitely make time to see that.
That trailer just looked horrible. I don't know if they just rushed to put it together. It looked like a cartoon. And special effects, I'm a stickler for it. If they're not good and it takes me out of the fantasy of the world that I'm watching, then it just turns me off from it completely. It really does. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it does. I think it's due to come out next year. Not this coming season, but the next year of TV show season of television shows. So we'll see. Let's see. Fox premiered a trailer for an X-Men Universe TV show. I know it's a little bit comic booky. I probably could have thrown it up with Marvel in the past Marvel episode, but this isn't really with that universe because it's separate with the Fox X-Men Universe. The show's called Legion. It takes place in the X-Men Universe. Not sure yet. They really haven't explained if it's connected to the film verse or not. But it looks interesting because they do make mention of mutants and such, so...
It looked good to me.
I think it looks decent. Again, not too much information on it. I think they're kind of doing that on purpose to pique everybody's interest. Like, hey, this is what it's going to be like. So, looking forward to that. But again, it's nothing that's too spectacular as of yet. Who knows? It could turn out to be a huge hit. FX is pretty good with being a little bit on the edgy side. Obviously, if you've ever watched, what was that, The Shield, or, Sons of Anarchy, stuff like that, FX is good at the little edgy things. So maybe this show will be a little darker, a little more edgy than what we've seen with the X-Men franchise. One can hope.
I think it's going to be good.
Let's see. South Park unveiled their 20th season logo. Can you believe it's been fucking on for 20 years? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it still amazes me because when I sit there and I think, I was listening to that like in middle school.
Yeah, I mean,
watching
middle school,
it.
It's crazy. And I remember in middle school, if you didn't watch the most recent episode of South Park, you sucked, like you were a loser. Nobody wanted to talk to you. I mean, that's crazy. It's lasted 20 years. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's
Simpsons did it. The Simpsons did it.
But the premiere date for the 20th season of South Park is September 14th. And just a little tidbit here, they announced, for some odd reason, I don't know why they announced this, but according to them, they're not going to be doing a Pokemon Go episode, which is kind of surprising to me. I would think that would be something they would jump at immediately. I'm surprised they didn't maybe make a special episode to air right now just for it because it's such a big thing. But yeah, I guess they're not going to touch on that at all, which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah, they're usually on top of like current stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Once Upon a Time. I don't know if there's any Once Upon a Time fans here when it comes to TV. I kind of enjoy the show.
I like that show. Just like what they do to characters and
it's different. I think that it's had its ups and downs, definitely. The ebbs and flows of the series have been there. I haven't watched the past season because I've been watching it on Netflix. I have enough on my DVR that there's no room for it, so I watch it when it comes on Netflix. But this coming season, they announced that they did cast Aladdin as well as Jafar, so it looks like they're kind of going with the whole Agrabah type of setting. I mean, we've seen in the past now, obviously, Snow White, we've seen Frozen, we've seen Little Mermaid, we've seen Peter Pan. It only makes sense that they're going to go this route now. So yeah, there's that. Ash vs. Evil Dead. I still have not watched the first. Did you watch that at all, Brian?
No.
I want to so bad. I don't know. I think it's on Stars, and I just can't stomach spending the money on Stars right now. But Ash vs. Evil Dead, the first season was highly applauded. I mean, people loved the first season. Although some people were a little upset that in the first season they did not acknowledge the events from Army of Darkness. They have announced and stated that they will acknowledge the events from Army of Darkness in the second season. So that's kind of exciting. Because Army of Darkness, when it comes to those films, people believe that is the best of the three films. You know, when you talk about Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness, people love Army of Darkness most of all. So,
Black do fruit.
Oh man, The Walking Dead. They released kind of two different trailers early Saturday. I think it was Saturday, maybe Friday. They released a teaser trailer for the trailer. That's kind of ridiculous. They released a teaser trailer which was terrible. All it did was remind me of how much I hated the season finale of the past season. And then they released the full length. I think it was about 2.5-3 minutes of a trailer. I know I said this before, but I'm kind of getting out of this show. I don't know if maybe the novelty is worn off. Maybe the idea of of zombies are played out.
It's like, let's make it end already.
I know. I don't know what it is. The story group there just hasn't been that great.
And like even like when you're on Facebook, there's no real buzz about the show.
No, it's definitely
nobody's like, oh yeah. There's like maybe like one or two people that are still into it.
Yeah.
But it's not like when it first aired, where everybody was talking about it, and now it's just like, meh. You know, I kind of seen it already. I kind of get it.
I think what they do, and people may yell at me and say I'm wrong, but they try to go for this shock value. Every season they're like, we gotta shock people.
The gore porn.
Not so much even with gore. It's just they try to find a way to shock everyone in some form or fashion, and they always fail at doing it. They did it. The best time that they did it was, and if you didn't watch last season, spoilers, 3, 2, 1, when they when they killed off Glenn but didn't kill off Glenn. All right. Last season, there's a moment where he's on the dumpster. He falls into a horde of zombies. He should be dead. I don't care what anybody says. He crawled under the fucking dumpster. No, fuck that. Yes, fuck that. It's stupid.
Yeah, he should be dead.
He's dead.
I think maybe they're saving his death for the next season.
They're saving his death. My belief is for Lucille. So yes, the beginning of this new season. In the comics, he dies by Negan's bat, by Lucille.
I think he'll die in the second episode.
No, well, they did say that
of this next season coming up.
They did say that Negan's victim will be revealed in the first episode. They have announced that. I don't know. I'm sorry. They should have killed Glenn.
Maybe he'll come back as a walker.
It was the first time since season 3, I want to say it was, when Lori died, where my jaw literally dropped when he fell into that horde of zombies, and I felt like, wow, they finally did it. They finally shocked us. Like it was amazing. You know, they didn't have the nice, clean, bye, I love you, I miss you, blah, and then die. No, they didn't do that. It was just boom, out of nowhere. It happened. They don't do that enough on this show, and I think that's just poor writing. You know, why do they have to say goodbye to everybody before they die?
They need to have a Fallout Enclave kind of group happening. Like, you need to do something because this zombie universe is so dry now.
It really is. It is kind of dry.
Oh man, give us some lube or something. Come on.
Like I said, I've said in the past, I think the ideal character to kill off is Daryl.
Because everybody loves Daryl.
Everybody loves Daryl, and he seems invincible. You know, I mean, literally, the zombies are not a threat.
Stop already, Daryl.
It's time to kill a main character, somebody that everybody loves.
Rick, can you die? Can you die yet?
Rick can't. I mean, in the comics, it's Rick's story. The whole idea is Rick trying to find a better, or make a better world for his son in the comics. So you can't really kill him off. And
he's all grown up now, though.
Eventually, I think they can kill him off. I think, like in the finale, the show, they should kill him off. But
I think what they should do, like all the zombies are dead, and finally the world's back to normal, and then bang, he's dead, like in your face, Rick.
He gets hit by a car.
Yeah. Slips on a banana peel.
But the other big moment from the trailer was the inclusion of King Ezekiel. King Ezekiel and his tiger Shiva. So people were excited about that. I actually read the comics all the way up to probably 2 or 3 issues after Negan kills Glenn. And the comics, even to me at that point, just got kind of bland, just repetitive, and it's just the same old every single time I read it. So I haven't read anything past that. So maybe that's a reason why I'm not so excited about the show anymore. But my excitement for the show probably started to waver.
I think everybody's on board with you ago. For the most part. Like, this Walking Dead it doesn't have that thing that it had. Like, they caught lightning in a bottle, and it's gone now.
Pretty much, yeah. I definitely think that the show will probably last another 2 to 3 seasons. I think they're going to try and I think they'll push it. It probably can last till the 9th season, but I have a feeling they're going to push it to 10 because it's just a good round number, and they want to prove, like, hey, because not all shows get to 10 seasons, and I think they want to say, look, we were able to get to 10 seasons. Yeah. I think if they go past that, it's going to just be just terrible. It's just not going to be.
Man.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for TV. If you missed any of that stuff, from Comic-Con, that's pretty much all for
Thank
TV.
God we're moving on from Walking Dead. Sheesh.
Jump into film here. This next thing we're going to talk about, I know you were really excited about. You actually pointed it out to me on Facebook the day that the trailer released, and you're like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and I'm not quite as excited as you are.
I have a weakness for the Arthurian legend.
Yeah. And we're talking about
I love
the King Arthur trailer.
Yeah, King Arthur, like, just like the sword from the stone, like Merlin, like, got the magic, and Excalibur, like, Jesus, so good.
Charlie Hunnam is going to be playing Arthur. If you don't know who Charlie Hunnam is, watch Sons of Anarchy. Main character Jax is Charlie Hunnam. He was also in, Pacific Rim. Again, that was a good movie. Charlie Hunnam's a good actor. I like him a lot. He almost played the male lead in 50 Shades of Grey, but he backed out of that for, I think, King Arthur, I think is why he backed out. Maybe another movie, not exactly sure. So I think Charlie Hunnam can pull it off. It's directed by Guy Ritchie, which I've enjoyed any film I've watched of Guy Ritchie, when it's Sherlock Holmes, Rock and Rolla. What else has he made?
It's just like this, like the trailer was just like, what is this new prophecy they're talking about? Like, I want to know.
Yeah. Oh, and he also directed Snatch, which is a great movie as well. But it's definitely interesting. It looks like... Do you remember the movie Robin Hood that came out with... was it Kurt Russell? Was it Kurt Russell? Where they kind of do the origin of Robin Hood, how they go back and they show him... His name wasn't even Robin Hood. Like, he takes somebody else's name and becomes
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it came out probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
I thought that movie was horrible.
I'm worried, and I'm thinking that that's kind of the way that this is going to go.
I have a feeling that this like, it kind of... Even though I have that, like, love for the legend of Arthur, King Arthur, and Camelot, and Guinevere, and Lancelot, and all that, I have this fear that this movie's going to be like Dracula Untold.
Oh, man. There's some people that like that movie.
But I mean, it's King Arthur, so whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. I just like King Arthur, so I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be one that I go to the theater to see. It's definitely one that I will watch.
And it's definitely like the trailer. Check out the trailer if you haven't. They're definitely alluding to a different version of the legend.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's not like this.
Well, I mean, the trailer,
great king and all that.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer explains, born and raised on the streets to be a king. So you're going to see him be nothing and become a king. It's usually kind of the normal storytelling from this type of era. It seems like it's always like, all right, the main character starts from living on the streets, and now look, he's a king. Kind of what they do all the time, I think.
What was that movie? I think it's from like the 80s. Was it Excalibur?
Yes. What about
Where
Excalibur?
they had like the shiny Italian version of armor and all that?
Mm-hmm.
That movie right there was awesome. So good, so gritty. Like it explained, the fall of the kingdom because of Lancelot and Guinevere and their affair. I just think like the whole Arthurian legend is just phenomenal. I love the story. I love anything King Arthur. So maybe I'm biased about this movie.
Maybe.
Just a little bit.
Now, who doesn't love Samuel L. Jackson playing Samuel L. Jackson?
I think, dude.
I didn't know he was in this movie. I didn't know.
I had no idea either.
And when you hear his voice, you're like, it's Samuel L. Jackson.
And you get that flash of his face on that trailer. It's like, yeah! Where has he been,
Kong Skull Island. The trailer for that was released.
And we got apes on a motherfucking island!
It's definitely Samuel L. Jackson.
They finally did it!
Being Samuel L. Jackson. Some of the other characters in it are played by Tom Hiddleston, who seems to be the main antagonist of the film. And then you have Brie Larson, who, if you listen to our first episode of the Comic-Con Extravaganza, Brie Larson is now playing Captain Marvel. So if you haven't seen her, definitely check out the trailer. You can see who she is, what she looks like, and you can see her kind of in a action-esque role in this movie. It gives us a small glimpse. The trailer gives us a small glimpse of the movie. Not a big picture of Kong. You definitely see his size at one point, and it's pretty menacing. But the one thing that I pulled from this trailer, and when I thought about it, I was like, wow, that's kind of weird, is that it feels like a mix between Peter Jackson's King Kong from, 2005, 6, 7, something like that, and the first Predator movie. And I sat there and I was like, actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. So, I
think it looks great.
It does. It looks
and it doesn't have Jack Black in it.
You're not a Jack Black fan?
When he first came out and stuff, it was like, it's Jack Black. I was never really like, I want to go see a Jack Black film. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I thought it was a weird choice when they cast him in King Kong, but I could see he was trying to expand his range. He was trying.
I don't think he has that range.
Not really at all. So.
I don't think he has the ability to be a serious actor.
No,
it's just not his style. Like he was great in The Pick of Destiny, and I think they wrote it to fit his style, and that's why it worked out so well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was him. I mean, he played him.
Yeah.
In The Pick of Destiny, it was him. I got a question for you, Brian.
Yeah.
In 1999, there was a movie that came out that shocked the nation. People thought it was one of the best horror movies ever made. And I'm talking about the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, God.
They did make
the original Blair Witch had people leaving the film vomiting from motion sickness?
Well, I mean, it was the start of the shaky cam.
Yeah, the found film.
Found footage film. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. They made a sequel, like a year or two later, that wasn't found footage. It was like an actual movie.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
So bad.
The Blair Witch Project movie was I didn't hate it, but I didn't quite understand why people liked it as much as they did at the time. Really didn't understand it.
I mean, in a way, it was kind of groundbreaking, but at the same time, it was just like, I don't know. It really missed the mark.
Now, they announced a movie not too long ago called The Woods. And everybody was kind of like, oh, what's this going to be? They figured it was going to be a horror film. Well, at Comic-Con, they announced that The Woods has a new name. It is called Blair Witch. And it's going to be a sequel to the Blair Witch Project. It looks like they were trying to keep everything hush-hush, a secret, kind of to keep the aesthetic of the first one, as they tried to find ways to honor the original 99 film.
Honor it. Oh, my.
It was shot in Vancouver, unlike the original, which was shot in, I believe, West Virginia. But they're saying that they're using the similar feel of the movie. They're going to be going to the original house from that, where at the end of the movie they go in the basement and the person's standing in the corner, blah blah blah. That stuff.
Witch. That was the Blair Witch, man.
Was it the Witch? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's the idea of that.
At least they let you see the witch.
Did they? I don't think they ever did.
Yeah, that was the witch, man.
I thought that was just the one person. Like, they were just standing in the corner. Fuck if I remember. That movie was... I watched it in 99 and haven't since, so... Okay.
I don't know, maybe you're right. I always thought that was the witch, right?
Maybe.
Maybe, like... It was like the bewitching or something. And she was like possessed by the spirit of the witch.
Maybe.
I don't know. Whatever. It's Blair Witch. Who cares?
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Dude. I am a Harry Potter freak.
So how excited are you about Fantastic Beasts?
I am so excited. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, finally, like, we get another one. We get another Harry Potter film, but it's not Harry Potter, which is cool.
It's in
I
the
think
universe.
we really need to explore the wizarding world of Harry Potter a little bit more. Find new characters. Like Harry Potter took place, supposedly, it was supposed to take place in, like, what, like the 70s? Because they didn't have technology, they didn't have cell phones, like... And the Weasley's father, he was all intrigued by all the new technology that was coming out. And this is going on in, like, the roaring 20s, Depression era, Prohibition. Like, and I'm a stickler for period pieces. I think this is going to be great.
I am interested in it. I never read the Harry Potter books. I am just a fan of the films. I enjoyed them. I, however, hated the final film. I hated how it ended. Blah blah blah. But again, this doesn't really connect to that. It's in the universe, in the as you call it, the wizarding world of Harry Potter, but it's not actually Harry Potter. To me, this new trailer that they released, it's missing something. I don't know what it is. I'm excited about it. I'm interested to seeing the movie, but it's missing something. It's missing that I don't know,
that magic.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I mean,
well, you have to understand that, like, North America, it doesn't really have an established school of magic at this point. Maybe in the future it does. Maybe now there is a secret school of magic that I possibly didn't attend. Maybe I did. I don't know. I love it, dude. I just love the world of magic, you know, Harry Potter, like the whole thing just going away to like this magical world and all these different creatures and stuff. Like, it really lets you just escape this normal life, the Muggle world, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
I can see that, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm interested
You're a Muggle,
in seeing
Bob. Robert's a Muggle, everybody.
I'm interested in seeing it. The trailer, I mean, looks good. I mean, it like the feel feels like Harry Potter. It looks good. It feels like that world. It's just missing something, and maybe it's just that I'm hoping to see Dumbledore. Or I'm hoping.
Well,
to
it is
see
a teaser.
Like
you gotta remember, like it's like the beginning of something new.
Here's the crazy thing, though. I mean, it was the very last thing that WB Warner Brothers showed in their panel at Comic-Con. I mean, it was the very last thing. That's kind of weird. I mean, you're talking about a Harry Potter spin-off. I mean, Harry Potter made them more money than any other franchise ever has. And they put this at the very end of their panel. And not like they're saying, oh, and then we have this. It was kind of like, oh, and we have this. So, like, not like Marvel. Marvel was like, oh, yeah, and Brie Larson is Captain Marvel.
Well, it's supposed to be a secret world, man. You're not supposed to know.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I mean, when it comes to the movie, it'll probably be good. Will it be as good as the Harry Potter films? Will it be as successful as the Harry Potter films? Yeah, who knows?
I just think that the vehicle of how we're going to explore the North American world of magic through the escaped creatures, and they're going to be chasing it down. It's going to be so full of adventure and mystery, and it's just going to be good.
That comes out this November, I believe, so that's going to be a good time, I'm sure. Now, Brian, you and I grew up in the 90s, and I know we each played a video game called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, man. Love Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like, I've probably gotten into a fight or two about Sonic vs. Mario. And I'm a Sonic kind of guy.
Mario has no chance against Sonic. If they were to fight, Sonic, he just needs to run around him really fast. He'll never catch him. I mean, honestly.
I don't know. I just think Sonic had like that, like the colors and the adventure and the speed and like the loop-de-loops and the springs and like Dr. Robotnik, like Dr. Robotnik, and how he, in the first one he was kind of like in the present world, and then with the second one he's kind of like in the future, and then the third one he goes into the past, right? Isn't that how they go with it? Like it's just like,
I thought it was all just a continuation.
It shows like the progression of like industry and how it's destroyed nature, and it's like you can't escape Dr. Robotnik no matter what you do. And it's like Sonic is Dr. Robotnik's. Maybe he's like his ultimate creation. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of like conspiracy theories about Sonic.
Maybe you should do a Far Side episode on Sonic the Hedgehog.
I think I should.
Anyways, the reason why we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog is they announced a new Sonic the Hedgehog game. Now, normally I wouldn't bring up Sonic the Hedgehog because the past 15 years...
Dr. Robotnik, he has the Mean Bean Machine, and he's getting everybody on drugs. What's going on with Dr. Robotnik? I'm sorry.
The past 15 years of Sonic the Hedgehog games have been... They tried to take him to the 3D world. And
it didn't translate
really well. It just never really worked at all. I know for my experience, I haven't played a Sonic the Hedgehog game that I've truly enjoyed since probably Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles. That's pretty much it. They're going back to their roots. They're finally doing what fans have wanted for almost 2 decades, and they're getting back to their roots of 2D side-scroller. So, you can feel the speed, you can see how fast he's going. It's just... I'm so excited about it because it looks and feels like Sonic from the 90s. It really does. They've added some new moves, new abilities, and they've added some familiar settings as well as new settings, and I think this is a must-own game. So definitely looking forward to that. I know that they're releasing it on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Not exactly sure if they're going to release it on the Wii. I could probably look that up real quick if I wanted to. I probably should have looked that up before. It's about time. It really is. It's about time that they bring out a new Sonic game. Let's see real quick here. It's coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo's NX system, which is not the Wii U, but their next system that they're coming out with. And it's due to come out holiday of 2017. So we have more than a year until this game comes out. So, yeah, it's called Project Sonic. Definitely check out the trailer. With everything that we talked about today, I will be putting links to the trailers down there. We'll probably have the trailers on our page, everything like that, so you can definitely check out all of those trailers. I don't know. I mean, that seems like that's pretty much it. Anything that you wanted to add, Brian?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, start.
What if like something like on a YouTube video, like it just popped up and it was like, I don't know, something unlocks and we come through
Ultimate
the computer.
subscribers and more than 17 cents for the amount of money we made.
All right. Well, again, if you haven't checked out our other episodes that we did for the San Diego Comic-Con specials, check them out. I cover Marvel, DC, and then obviously this one we cover all the miscellaneous stuff. You can find all of this on YouTube, obviously. You can also keep an eye out for the podcast where I'm just going to put everything together and it's just going to be one big gigantic episode. Let's see, what else? You can contact us. Let us know what you think. I know I said this in the last 2 episodes. We want some feedback. Throw the comments in the comments down below. If you like us, hit subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Just let us know what you think. You can follow us on Twitter. @rslavinsky is my handle, or you can reach out to the remote control @the remote control. So that's @the remote CONTRL. Forget about that last O. It doesn't fit. You can also hit us up on our network name, which is CS Podcast Radio on Twitter as well. I don't know. I mean, this has been the Remote Control. I've had a lot of fun talking about Comic-Con this weekend. Yeah, so if there's nothing else from you, Brian?
You can always get a hold of me on Twitter @Brian_Keppel, KEPPLE. I'm more than welcome to feedback. Just drop a line.
Yeah, definitely. So again, my name's Robert Slavinsky. With me was Brian Keppel from The Far Side. And you guys have a good night, and talk to you later.